Well, hello everybody, welcome back to episode 15 of my Let's Play Space Haven, this latest game on Steam. See my people, very busy little bees, running our ship. Oh, nice. We now have... Oh, cool. Oh, that's new. Well, I was going to say we now have the shield generator up, but it has like a little thing here, what does that do? And we have the scanner up. Oh. Oh, is it just popped up all together? Oh, because we're sticking it over there, cool. So what does it need? Overview. So it's got that, and what does this need? I don't know what this does. Oh, okay. I guess I'd do that, it would reveal, but I already know what's there. But hold that off when the ship shows up. That's cool though. So how's this working then? Now because of my scanner, it's showing me who is in what, I guess. Or is it only when I click this? Okay, so what else do we have? Scanner, select target, remove target, stop charging, continuous fire on target, repair. Oh, cool. Namara. I can't want enough ship to show up so we can see. So now we needed a gun. What's this? Oh, I did. I've never looked at these before. Why don't we have a look at these? What do we have? The Apocalypse. I think I did a quick scan and said we'd look at them later. Let me read this out with this episode. The end didn't happen with a bang or a fanfare or even a nuclear fireball. It just crept up on us. It began in 21st century. Humanity made great strides in this century, but so much damage had already been done, and so much of it was invisible. 2. When the insect population collapsed, food crops and bloodversity both suffered. Without those ecosystems all over the globe suffered. By the time we correlated our CO2 emissions, so basically slowed it down, there were too few trees to sequence the excess. Wow. The result was hotter summers. Oh, okay, it's not that much. The result was hotter summers and deeper freezing winters. Species went extinct by the thousands every day, and as we squabbled over the cause and solutions, we pulled ourselves apart. So this is basically the worst case scenario with our planet, isn't it? Apart. Our allies became bitter rivals. Nations came apart at the seams. The great idiots, whatever, that supported the internet, global trade, just-in-time delivery, and all the other things that humanity depended on to live, they all fell apart. Starvation, disease, and war made 22nd century even bloodier than the 20th. Humanity was always good at adapting, though. When the sun baked the land, we invented the thermoregulator. When the crops failed, we invented the grow pods. Oh, did they give the reasons why they got this stuff? That's quite neat. When the crops failed, we invented the grow pods. We got better at recycling, that sort of stuff, finding new energy sources, but we were always a step behind where we needed to be. Folks used to joke about the big tech firms and their slogans. Yesterday's solution, tomorrow. I kind of wish why it's paused. These were popping up because they're not moving. So yesterday's the solutions are going tomorrow. It's not that we destroyed the world, but we certainly made it impossible to sustain human civilizations as it was. Too many places lapsed into federal tyranny, or mismanaged themselves into famine, or just plain became unlivable as the climate shifted. Through it all, we never gave up on space exploration. There were complaints, of course, that it was a waste of increasingly valuable resources, that all the money and effort could go towards actually solving the problem. Now it seems maybe space was the only solid investment we ever made. Well, yeah, that's the thing. What I gets me, some people. And some people are like, don't give money to NASA. Wait until they actually fix the buzzers on time before we do that. Ow, hit my hand. And I'm thinking like, NASA don't run buzzers. You want NASA, who's to do with space, to fix the buzz problem when they don't do that. It doesn't make sense. To me, we should be investing in space. because of the population growing and moving to Mars and stuff like that. Yeah, they plan to attempt that soon, don't they? But it's a one-way trip right now. If you're one of them lucky or unlucky ones to get to go, depending on the way you look at it, your rest of life will be on Mars. It was going to take, if I'm not mistaken, like 2-3 years to get there or something, and then you're there. They can't afford to bring you back. But hopefully at some point we can get stuff cheap enough like this and be able to do that stuff a lot quicker. It's a month trip, and you can come back like once a month. They'll send a shuttle there or a ship there back and forth. That'd be amazing. Because think about it, all that extra space on Mars. That's just one planet. Yes, they may not have the same resources, but then we've got the asteroid belt. So if we can start start mining from that, there's enough resources theoretically out there for us. It's just we can't actually physically get to it properly. That's what we need to be able to do. Get mining that. Start. Would the word be correct, terraforming? Because I don't know if we can theoretically terraform yet. But theoretically doing that, like bringing water over if we have to from Earth to. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, haven't they already found that there is water there from ice? So they could, melt that, make a lake, bring some fish over. Have them reproduce. And of course, this is the thing. Over here, we have every animal that we have. So if you accidentally drop a predator that shouldn't be in there, certain fish will get extinct, or if they don't have them, will be plenty. We can pick and choose what we bring over with us. So if we have a couple of fish that people enjoy, or some chickens, whatever, if you can get them to live with the travel and have them start breeding, we don't really even have to bring any predators over to kill them. They can literally be livestock. Literally, on Mars could just have cows. A certain... I don't eat fish myself. I just taste gross. So I'm not sure what's good fish. Cod, I guess, because don't they have cod in, fish and chips? So I say cod, make a lake, just breed cod. Bring some cows over, bring some chickens over, and just breed them only. There's no natural predators to kill them now on Mars. Obviously, if you get somebody, idiot comes, let me bring a tiger over. Then because he's going to eat the cows and eat the chickens, because that's the only meat he's got access to. I assume if he's desperate enough, he'll go for us too. But, you know what I'm saying? Theoretically, we can make our own ecosystem. Obviously, it's probably quite a long way away. But it is attainable. And that's what we should be focusing on. Because then, just think about it. If we can get that set up on Mars, you could literally half the population on Earth and half could move to Mars. Voila, we don't have a population over limit now. That means that the resources here on the planet Earth, because you've got more space to reproduce on Mars, eventually will start loaning itself out again, won't it? Instead of, we're eating our cows, we're eating our chickens, we're running out of places to grow stuff, we're chopping our trees down, we can start hopefully growing on Mars, cut the population in half. Now, the resources will be over there, they start growing itself without competition to kill them, as long as we can do it properly. And eventually, at so many years, they'll be to sustain themselves on Mars, and of course that's going to help the resources on Earth to sustain itself better. And that's just 2 planets. Now we can go to another one and keep doing this, like the sci-fi stuff. We won't have a problem anymore. Of course there's big problems, but I mean the general gist of Earth, pollution, overpopulation, that won't be a problem no more. But again, we've got to get there first. Fingers crossed in my lifetime. Fingers crossed in your lifetime. Hopefully, we can do this, but we don't have resources to do it now because we screwed everything up too bad. Hopefully that doesn't happen first. But it'd be lovely to do it in my lifetime, and I can see them doing that. Obviously, it's more likely maybe 200-300 years from now. Well, it wouldn't be my lifetime, but you never know. We might get to a point where they actually extend our lives. Because what was that? Is it a jellyfish or a sponge or something? And see, that's apparently it grows old, then instead of dying, goes back to adolescence and grows old, and they've apparently found the fountain of youth, so to speak, because that, and theoretically would never die from natural causes because of that. If we could somehow transfer that into humans, as long as we've already colonised Mars, because obviously at that point, unless you get killed by car accident, yada yada, whatever, illness, you won't actually die, and then with people not dying, it's just going to extend the Earth's problem overpopulation more, isn't it? But if we've transferred to Mars, what are we on? What are we on now? 7 billion people, 8 billion on the planet, 4 billion at Mars, 4 billion over here. That gives us more time. We then get to another planet, do the same again. Get to a fourth one even, do it again. 2 billion, 2 billion, 2 billion, 2 billion. Now each planet goes up to 3 billion each. Hey, that's still a hell lot better than the 7 or 8 we're on now and draining everything. And also it's the eggs in one basket situation. Let's say, like the dinos that asteroid hits, wipes most of the things out. Well, as I say, unfortunately, don't want it to happen, but it happened to Earth. Human race is dead. Hey, we're sitting on Mars still. We're not dead. What's the chances of asteroids hitting Earth and Mars at the exact same time? A lot slimmer than just hitting one or the other. There's again, we have 4 planets now. What's the chances of hitting all 4 at the exact same time? Again, hell a lot slimmer than hitting one of them or 2 of them at the same time, isn't it? So again, it's all attainable. It's just, can we do it before we screw everything up? Anyway, back to the actual game. Oh, okay, so many entries, and I've got 2. Oh, and so on for this too. Okay, call me crazy. Okay. Log 1, second star, to the right. So, this is a HSS Call Me Crazy ship's log. What? To me, that's a song, isn't it? Whatever. Ship's log. First entry, Captain Floyd Pace. I thought I should probably start keeping one now that we got an actual ship that can fly. We got the hyperdrive installed today, which means we're all set to leave Eden. Here we come. Brown thinks I'm too optimistic. I just like to think, you know, things are so dark right now, us little lights have to shine that much brighter. Yeah, you too, mate. Laughs. He just gave me the finger. Anyway, I mean, it was bad down there. Really bloody bad. London's basically underwater nowadays. And the week before, we finally got the shuttle up to our haven. I swear I saw a body floating down the street. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that any longer. I feel bad for the poor sods we left behind. But there's only so quickly the program can work, isn't there? It's only going to get worse before it gets better, and it will just keep getting worse unless, I was going to say worthless, it gets worse unless people have somewhere to go. All the boards and social media are buzzing with rumour, idea, I'm not sure which, but all imagine there's a planet out there somewhere, one that's like Earth, that we could live there. It has to be pretty exact. It needs the right gravity, the right air, the right lots of things. Well, exactly, unless you can terraform. But that's the thing, like even with Mars, it's not 100% perfect, but if you can build enough buildings like a globe, like they do, and start building, you growing trees and producing oxygen and get that self-sustaining, that small area, that's a step in the right direction. Now you can, really like this, you can extend from it, get another globe, more trees, and that might be the way to do it. If we can't theoretically terraform the whole planet or make trees grow on the planet without being in a dome, that sort of thing. Anyway, rumour idea I'm touched about what I was up to, all balls of social media, yeah, I read that. Lots of things, oh yeah, that's what I was up to. But it's a big galaxy. There's got to be a planet like that out there, somewhere, right? People online are calling it Eden, and I guess that's our mission. We can't keep living on these ships forever, can we? No, we need a planet, and I think, learn from Earth how to keep from messing up a new one. Hopefully. We were just behind the curve with Earth, and that's what I'm afraid of here, being too behind the curve, but hopefully what happens in this game won't come reality for us in real life. Or our ancestors. Okay, not ancestors. Ancestors from the past. The guys in the future. Anyway, we'll be different. Eden will be different. We just have to find it. So that's what we're going to do. End log entry. Tranquility, what do we have for these? Log 1. Where the wind takes us. Personal log, first entry, Captain Michael Raymond of the good ship Tranquility speaking. Wonder if I should feel guilty about how glad I was to see the back of Earth. Ain't probably never going to see it again, and good riddance. Whole place was trolling. That's putting it mildly, was trolling. Sure, ain't going to miss ranching cattle. only to have them stolen and slaughtered by starving refugees. Idiots did leave no breeding stock, meaning no more cows, meaning no more food, save that they turned to each other in the end. It was each other. Still, tranquility ain't exactly a step up from the ranch. I'm going to miss big open skies and the wind in my face, that's for sure, and I'm really going to miss my dog. But hell, I'm alive, and we got food and good crew. Ain't my concern if Katie wants to sleep next to the power core, or Glass keeps reading the same Bible over and over again, like he's trying to memorize it. And Sam, I ain't never looked at a woman the way Sam looked at his rifle. Well, that's weird. He even named the damn thing, which is just weird. I just said that. But I'm glad he's on my side. I guess we'll just go where the wind takes us, so to speak, and do our best to scratch out a living. We ain't the first folks to try and make something of a new frontier. We won't be the last either. It won't be easy, but we can do it. End log entry. And I think next episode we'll read the last log we got unlocked, and then we can continue it again. So please like, please subscribe. Please see you next time. You've been awesome, and share the video. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye everyone.